All right.
Okay, well, hopefully everyone can hear us. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex. I'm director on Farm Folks and founder of Creativa. And we got Marius, our technical god, programmer, and whatever he calls himself, Jesus and Jesus of code. And he's from UK. I'm from United States, Dallas, and we have Dima. He's a technical artist and production manager. Yeah, he's from Ukraine. And we got Natalie. Natalie is still in the United States, I believe, right? And
Yes.
yeah, she couldn't find her camera, so next time we promise you're gonna see her. But today, yeah. So you guys want to say hi? Please do. Hopefully, everyone can hear as well. Yeah,
Yep.
Hey, everyone.
Okay. Hello.
that's it. The stream is over.
Stream over. See you all next time.
See you guys
Thanks.
later.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Sorry for wasting your time.
How's
But
everyone doing?
yeah, hope you guys are okay. Pardon our goofy jokes. That's how we roll. But yeah, so today we're going to talk about the game that you never heard about, Farm Folks. So as you know, our team, we acquired the rights for Farm Folks because their original team had some problems with it, and we couldn't just let it die. So and we decided to purchased the project, and now we're working in it, and we investing all our might and power in this project. We have like a great knowledge, a great experience, and we're bringing all that to the table to the farm folks. And but in the reality, it's just Marius working in it. That's it.
Yeah.
uh, but
Email's
yeah,
the important one.
yeah, thanks again for joining. So what we were going to do, we decided to do the live streams to share a little bit more information with you guys. As you know, we're planning to launch Kickstarter, which is probably going to go live in two months, maybe 3 months. So we're working hard on it. So the thing is, like, why it takes us so long is we don't want that to hurt our production. So we're still working on the game. So Kickstarter is just an addition where you guys can join development, influence what we're making, and things like that. So overall, Creativa is all about Kickstarters. You guys know we've been like launching Kickstarters left and right. We know how it works, and I think Farm Folks is going to be a great success with your help. But yeah, so in our live streams going forward, we're going to talk about specific systems. So we're not going to show entire game right away. So we're going to keep your attention. So we want you to come back for our next streams and things like that. So today we're going to talk about our crazy customization systems for furniture, walls, blocks. So basically, in the Farm Folks, what we want in the Farm Folks is to create um, tools for you guys so that you can create almost anything you want. There's a lot of games that is on the market where you can build certain things, but you can't do other things. It's like, and that's we want to bring all that to the table. We want to merge few genres together. So your favorite Sims, is like where you can customize furniture, rotate, like, and we even taking that further. So, and we will talk about that. We'll show how it works. So things of like construction, like games like Valheim or Raft, where out of blocks you can build your own houses and things like that. So it's already exists in the Farm Folks, and we also gonna show a little bit of that as well. And also in our future streams, we're going to talk about automizations. So where you can put everything in our farming, you will have ability to build not only single cozy farm where you can just like, and that's still an option. So you can still play relaxed, water your eggplants or whatever you plant all the time, and give it to locals. Or you will have an ability to even set up like big farm factory. It's like just like in the Satisfactory or Factoria, you'll be able to run some conveyor belts, which we call hydraulic tubes. It's a little bit different in the Farm Folks, but you'll be able to have that, and that's going to be super cool. There'll be locals that need your help, and you'll be able to provide all of that. But today, again, let's talk about customization, and maybe we switch to Marius. He prepared some show, so he's going to
Yep.
show us how things work. It's complicated stuff, and we hope you guys appreciate it. Of course, drop us your comments about everything that you see. If we're missing something, if you guys came up with like some cool features in other games, like, hey, I mean, if it's good enough, if it fits, we can easily bring it into the Farm Fox. But yeah, Mari, so maybe take over with screen sharing, close all the applications that nobody needs to see.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to share. Tell me if this is coming through okay, Alex. So,
Yeah, yeah. So
okay.
haven't checked
So
if
thank
the
you.
sound is good. So everybody's hearing us well. If anything, yeah, start dropping big
Shouting.
smiles or thumbs downs or something like that, because we're not your popular YouTubers or streamers that can look at 3 screens, reply, and play like competitive games. That's not us yet. But yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to drop my cam while I'm sharing it just to get the quality higher, and then I'll come back.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
So, right. Okay, is that working well? Can you see that? Is
Yeah.
that all good?
Well, I can see it. I'm not sure about everybody
Oh,
else,
let's hope.
but that's
Let's hope
that's
everyone
that's the
can see
most important part. I can see it well.
it. Okay. So yeah, I mean, some people have played this island already. It's a little small island that is the first area that's going to be in the game. I'm not going to go on the island today or anything like that. I'm just going to basically focus on the customization system and explain a bit more about how that's going to work, because it's really very detailed. So
Maybe
before that,
we should have started maybe with like our animations and character controls and things like that. But maybe we can talk about it a little bit later. But if you
yeah,
want
yeah,
to say
let's,
something about it today, it's up to you. Yeah, because it looks
yeah,
super great. We spent so much time to make characters like very flawless, smooth, like
mm,
adjusting their feet and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really cool. But maybe for the next time we can talk a little bit more about character
yeah,
customizations,
maybe
characters,
even,
and all their controls. Yeah.
yeah, maybe even today. So I'm just going to little brief history. So a little while back, we basically had the customization system finished, right? This is just a video. This is not me in the game. It was kind of like working this way, where we had most of the pieces in place. You could in this demo, I'm just going to play the video a little bit here, so you can see that the lamp there. You can change the size of the lamp. You can change the shape of the lampshade. You can change the pattern. You can change the color and the scaling of the pattern and the wood and all that stuff. So this was the system. Now, it had a few issues in that as we went to more sort of complicated objects, we started running out of, we would have had to put more and more stuff on the screen that you see at the same time there. And so it just was getting a bit completely overcomplicated. So we basically redid the system recently. And now, instead of editing the lamp as a whole, you will edit the lamp in sort of in parts. So you'll edit the lamp post, you'll edit the lamp shade, and you'll edit the trim of the lamp. So we're approaching the problem in parts. And so now we can put less information on the screen, and you can edit the lamp in more ways. So
So to sum it up, yeah, it's like our first initial approach was combining everything, all customizations on the one UI
yeah,
element that you can see on the screen right now. And the biggest problem with that is that we got out of space, right? So we don't want to introduce scrolls in the game, so because they
yeah,
kind of lame in the UI, so you have to scroll things and find. So we want to stay away from that. And what we decided to do is to separate object elements, yeah, elements of the object, as you can see on this screen, so that you will be able to customize trim, shade, and pull separately. Like for example, another example is I'm not sure if you will have a screenshot for that, but like bed, you'll be able to customize pillows, you'll be able to customize blankets and the bed frame, if
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not mistaken. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to demo a bunch of particular objects in the scene in a minute, but I don't have all of them. So there's no beds in this demo or fridges or anything like. We tried to get as much in as we could, but there's still enough to show most of how the system works. So basically, yeah, part based. So this lamp has 3 logical parts. You have the trim, you have the lampshade, and you have the pole part, right? Now, so what we can edit in general, like for objects, you can change different types of stuff. So for example, you can change the base surface, which is like the metal trim you see there. You can swap to different kinds of metal. And like the wooden part, you can swap to different kinds of wood for which we have certain presets. Then you can change patterns, like for this lamp and for like the sofa, you can change the pattern, the colors on the pattern, and the shape on the pattern, all that kind of stuff. Then you have a different type of thing called object swap, where you can change like the shape of this lamp here, or you can change the height of the pole, for example. Then we have another layer. so there's a lot.
It's
We have
like
another
layer
layer.
on top of layer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one. So painting is where you actually literally paint over the base surface, and you're changing it as if you're painting. Like imagine paintbrush with different types of paint.
Yeah.
Then we have a complete texture swap option, which doesn't apply to this lamp. And then we have emission color, like light color. If you imagine a light bulb, instead
The
of just
lamp bulb,
shining
yeah.
white light, it could shine yellow, blue, or other lights. Now, that's not in today's
So you
demo.
can
That's not.
create actual mood in your room. So your room can have like purple or yellow colors. So all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, that light would not only obviously affect the environment around it, but it would also affect how it's shining through this lampshade and how that glows. So there's a lot of detail in it. So specifically for how the parts and the types apply to this lamp, it's basically like this. So for the trim, we can just change the base type. So we can change what kind of metal, like gold, chrome, or whatever you want to do on there, right? Then for the lamp shade, you can see here, we can change pattern and we can swap the object to some other shape, right? Then for the pole, we can change the type of the wood. We can swap the object to a bigger pole or smaller pole, and we can paint over it. You see, so now these different types of customizations can be selectively applied to every part of every object. This is how, whatever the artists and the designers, how they want to split it and come up with it to make it logical. So the lamp is one of our more sort of complex ones at the moment, I guess. And I'm going to demo that live.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah, yeah. So as you can see, guys, like a lot of times is what you see is really like we're creating like this is like fundamental. Like we're using lamp as an example, but in reality, you'll be able to do that almost uh, with. Well, I don't want to say with everything, but with most elements in the games that we develop for your farms. Like it's like it can be again, it can be sofa, it can be a light, it can be carpet, it can be ceiling lamp, it can be, so it applies to everything. And um, in a
yeah,
lot of cases all of this is going to be, first of all, it's going to be pre-designed by our designers, right? Like so if you're not on artist side, like you're not very artistic and you're just like, oh, I don't know, it's like everything is going to look like toxic green and purple, like this is Marius's approach with everything.
my stuff looks amazing in here. You'll see in a minute. It's all my designs.
Yeah. So we're trying to protect some of our less artistic fans, so you for sure will be able to go to the shops or to NPCs and buy furniture pre-designed by our artists, art directed by us, and all that kind of stuff. But for a lot of you, it's like we just want to give you tools so that you can create like crazy rooms, just like with any kind of mood, any kind of customizations, and all that kind of stuff. So again, is something that was possible in Sims, but we're bringing it to the farm folks, and we want Sims fans experience our game, so kind of like introducing new perspective to their favorite game, like because that was never done before with this production quality, it's like from this kind of view, it's third person view, like it can get to the first person view. So what that mean is all our content is very high quality content, right? Like so it's like all like it's a lot of polygons, it's a lot of performance, and it's just like you never seen it almost before in any other game like that, so this is like very unique. And yeah, maybe you can show like live examples of how things change, and
Yeah,
it's a
I'm going to go
favorite
through.
froggy chairs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go through some objects now and just sort of let that boring, horrible theory part, just actually show you how it works.
It felt
The
like
one,
we're like in a college
it's
or
like
something. It's
a
like
lesson. But the only
all right.
thing is, because we've changed the whole system now, the UI that I showed you. So when I showed you this beautiful thing, that doesn't work now on the new system. So I have my own little dev UI that I'm going to use to actually, tweak it and make it
Oh,
happen.
I
So
think one of the important things, Marius, I'm sorry to add, because there's a question is like, if I buy furniture on the market or from NPC, is like, will I? Well, you buy it from NPC or the market, you buy it the way it is, but you can customize it if you decide so later in your home. It's like, so you can still customize anything you want. So it's not locked or anything, but you buying like just the design. And the greatest thing about all of this, so we're planning to let you share all of this, because like the system is complex, right? Like, so it can be like overwhelming for players to sit down in the room and there's like a 15 sofas and 15 light shades. How do you customize them to make them all look the same? So what we're going to introduce, the little hash code that you can share between each other, just simply dropping it in the Discord. Say, hey, look at my chair. Whoever wants this chair, just drop this hash code in the game, and it's automatically going to give you that design that your friend designed. And a lot of it, like, we're going to have styles, the set of styles that you can choose from our library. So for example, if you're choosing the chair, so as I said, it's like there will be preset of designs that you can apply to your chair, and you can change it at any time to anything you want. We just want to, again, it's like save you some time. There will be a pipette tool where you can like click on one chair, take that design, and click on another chair and apply that design. So it's just going to work flawlessly, unless Mars is going to make it work bad and with some bugs and issues. But yeah, please go ahead. Just wanted to add that. I think that's important. Yeah, Mars.
hello,
Oh
yes,
yeah,
can you hear me? Sorry, I
he,
was
he
just
left
on.
the he left the room. Yeah,
I was no, yeah, I'm so sorry, I was on mute.
yeah.
Okay, I even made like a joke and everything and laughed at myself, and then discovered I was on mute. So
Really?
yeah,
Okay, it was muted. Okay, that's just fine.
yeah. Okay, so this is the simplest possible customizable object that we have. These little chairs. They're so simple that in fact you just get presets that we give you, and you can see all the presets. And maybe we'll add a lot more. But how they work is, so I've got, this is all dev stuff. What you see is not how it will work. The camera, nothing. It's just me making up stuff here. So let's look at this guy, for example. Now I've got my own little UI on the side that I use to mimic the real one, right? So when you come to customizing this chair, you're really just picking between presets. So you can go, oh, which one do you want? And maybe, I don't know, Alex, how many are going to have 100 animal chairs?
Hundred
This-
thousands. Yes.
so I'm just going to drop all sorts of promises, and then you'll have to
We have to
deal with
obey. It's like, yeah, this
deal
is.
with it later.
You can use it in the court against us. Yes,
Yeah.
in the future.
So obviously not very exciting, the little animal chair, but it's a very, very basic example of a customization. It's just like, what preset that we've given you can you choose, right? So then something a bit more complicated, right? So in this part-based system, something like this chair is just really a single part object. So it's still the same system, but the chair just has one part. So there's no different ways you're going to look at this to customize different areas of it. Now, everything that's going to be in the game, like in terms of props, like chair and lamps and sofas and fridges, whatever, right? All these things, like Alex said, it's going to come with a set of presets that we design. How that's delivered, I'm not sure. Like, can you just pick them, or is it something that you're going to get from an NPC or something like you say? Because at the end of the day, you can step away from this preset and do whatever the hell you want anyway. So
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you
whatever.
can find them. You can buy them. You see the crate behind on the scene. So there will be
Mm.
some crates on the island where you can just like simply for discovery, you're gonna be rewarded with some like furniture or like any kind of like props like that. But yeah. So basically, you
So
can craft it too. Yeah.
yeah, so just like the little boring animal chair, Here you can also select completely pre-designed things that we're giving you. We call these designs. The built-in ones are sort of called presets, but it's called them designs.
Yeah, you'll
So for
have a like very nice UI with
yeah,
preset
none
designs
of
of previous
obviously not
design.
this. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
It'll be it'll
depends.
be this. It'll be this with presets at the top or something like that.
Right.
You just have to sort of use your imagination a little bit.
Yeah.
But so for the chair, okay, we have a few. We have the light wood chair, dark wood chair, varnished dark wood, orangey dark wood, or like painted blue. Right. This is a painting example, right? So and so that's the chair. That's presets for the chair. So pretty simple to get going in the beginning. If you just put the chair down, and I just want to I want to have a sort of a varnished kind of dark look to the chair, and boom, you're done. You don't have to fiddle around with 100 different sliders and things to make that happen, right? Now, where it gets interesting is you can start with the design, right? And whenever you want to break away from a preset and start doing your own thing, there'll be a little button or something you click, or we don't exactly know the UI workflow yet, but let's just call this one my wooden chair,
So
my
romantic.
wooden chair one, right? And what you now have, you're no longer on the preset, you're now on your own design, right? So now we're stepping more into sort of this world where you'll see a ton of stuff that you can do to the chair, right? So imagine that's the part. The chair is a single part object, so we just have one, and it's just called chair again. And there's two things we can do to it, surface and paint. So if you look at my little diagram thing, we can change base surface and we can do paint. That's what the chair supports at the moment, right?
Unless
So,
we scale it up and extend, add pillows to it and all that kind of stuff.
so looking at changing the surface. Now, even at this level, if you just want to change the surface of the chair without messing around with custom colors, we're going to give you like 25 or whatever different types of wood presets that you can just cycle between them and say, like, trying a ton of different wooden looks that we've already designed, and you just change your chair to one of those. So for example, similar to how the preset worked at the object level, down on this level here where I'm just looking at the wooden surface itself, I can flip it to any type. Now, unfortunately, I don't have 20 types. I just have the same number I've already shown you. But if you imagine there's just a lot of different types of wooden properties with slightly different values, and you could flip through any of these and go to where you want to with it, right? Now, let's say we don't like any of the preset ones. Okay, we want to do our own. Okay, okay, and you go into complete custom mode. And then I could say that, well, my wood is going to look like, I don't know, it's going to look
No
like,
purple chairs? You love purple. Go ahead with purple. That's fine. It's like,
I don't
I
want to
know
make
you
things,
want to make it purple.
I,
Good.
uh, let,
Yeah.
I don't want to because I want to paint over this chair. So let's
Oh,
just make
okay.
it sort of an ugly browny color. Okay. And you can change the roughness of the surface. You
Yeah,
know,
what's unique about this is like I think like nobody does this, and it's like the roughness is kind of like what makes it look glossy because like you're using this technical terms that nobody knows. It's like, but like
yeah, we
roughness
just,
is how glossy or matte it is, right? Like you even will be able to adjust your things to look like, for example, one of the lamps can look like you have a wooden lamp, right? Like with a wooden pole, and you will be able to make it look metallic and golden with the same textures and stuff like that. So that's again is like this is very unique to our game and nobody does it. So we're gonna allow you to adjust, like you can see the shininess and roughness of the surface of your items, which is pretty cool. I think that opens so many possibilities.
okay. So, and I want to paint my chair, right? And I don't want to use, like, again, we'll give you presets of paint. So we'll give you, if you imagine you walk in the paint store, there's tins of paint of like 100 different kinds, which is you pick one and you use it. Okay, that's sort of the preset paint. But you can also make up your own color completely from scratch. And that's what I'll do here. So we're going to say that this chair is painted, okay, and it's going to be painted. Well, let's go with Alex's favorite, the pink
My
one.
favorite, yes, sure.
And we're going to say it's like a semi-glossy paint, so it's going to be like not very rough. Again, in the UI, it will be much friendlier to understand what the heck you're doing. For this, you just
Will it?
have to.
Yeah, we'll have to do a good job on that. Yeah.
So paint strength. Now you can paint it
Ooh, the
perfect.
color is amazing.
So,
That's exactly what
so,
you want. Yes.
so that's a perfectly painted chair. If you have some outdoor setup and you wanted to give your painted stuff a sort of a weather-worn look, you could drop it down a little and actually do that, like make the wood come through a little bit. So it's like, okay, it was painted last year, but I've been too lazy to update it, and now my chair looks like that. Right. So it's not going to weather.
Rustic look. Yes.
Yeah, this is not going to weather over time, like in an annoying way that you keep having to maintain your stuff,
Unless you
unless
guys want,
people want
like
that.
unless you guys really want it, like we can introduce that your furniture is gonna, you have to go through 1,000 pieces of furniture on a daily basis and fix it.
Mm-hmm. But that's the idea. Something like a chair. I've now made my custom wooden chair, and I gave it a name. Now, again, now it's a preset or design, and I can flip this chair back to what it was, and I can flip this chair back to my new design instantly,
And
like
you can
that.
share that design with your friends by copying like a code and sharing it on Discord. Yeah,
Yeah.
because imagine you spending hours and hours on something like that, and then you're just like, oh, I need to make another chair, and do I have to go through the settings, because the settings can be like precise, like you see, is like roughness is 0.403 or whatever, right? Like, but yeah, we will allow you to store your designs, or even so we will see, we'll check this integration with the Steam Workshop, so potentially you can even access the millions of designs of other people, not only what we design and what you design, but potentially sharing, because this game is like, I think we didn't mention it, but this game is co-op, so you'll be able to play it with your friends and do this kind of stuff together. This kind of stuff. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you. Now, now I can put a new chair down. Okay. Let's put a few. Okay. And of course, now that I have my own brand new design, I can just choose it, and I can make all my chairs look like my new design. So, oh no, Alex, the grass is coming through the chair.
Not acceptable. Yes,
Not
we'll have to
acceptable.
abort the
Okay.
mission.
Yeah, just cancel everything. So
Well,
that's
we,
it.
we're gonna create the lawn mower, so you guys can cut the grass and
Yeah.
watch the grass grow back in real time.
Now again, um,
Yeah.
this idea of the detail presets, where we give you different types of wood, different types of metal trim, different types of paint, that carries from object to object as well, which gives you a way to do things consistently. Like you see, I'm just pressing random buttons here. Okay. So for example, this wooden chair and this platform, they're using the same type of wood right now, right? And those, you can apply that same wood type across objects. So you can see that these two both use the same and these two use the same and so on, right? And so by having presets not only at the object level, but by having the presets in the detail level, like I say, different surfaces, different paint, and so on, you can bring a consistency across your different objects if you want. Um, and what's missing from the system right now is also if I have these kind of types of wood here, and I wanted to add a new type of wood into that list, you could do that. And then when you customize all these different objects, you can make them all look like that type of wood. So that bit's not really, so I can't do that at the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Some elements, some objects in the game will share the same materials. Yeah, yeah. To sum it up, yeah. So basically, if you made the purple chair, you can apply it to the other wooden surfaces like floors and stuff like that. So again, some of the designs can be cross applied. Like for
Yeah, the
example,
idea
if
is
you Mhm.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, like anywhere that you see wooden surfaces, it's conceivable that you might want that to be the same type of wood. And so you can bring wooden presets into those objects, even though those objects are completely different with different customization options. So long as they have an option for the surface, you can bring your wood to that surface, and that's the idea. So I'll show a bit of that now when we get to these lamps. So the lamps are sort of a more interesting thing going on. So regarding this guy, the object swapping, right? Sometimes the object you choose is inside of your design, so like this lamp, the boxy lampshade is in the design of the default lamp that you see there, right? But the swapping of the pole, we take that out of the preset so that I can have my design and then put down my lamp and make it any height I want, but it's still that same preset. So I don't have to have like a little lamp preset, a medium, and a large preset. So this is just sort of more convenient for bringing your single preset into objects with slightly different sizes or layouts or that kind of thing. So again, just here's an example of where we're using different sizes, but it's one single preset. So I'm just going to the middle guy here. Let's see. So again, for lamps, now these are my designs. They're not the art team. I think they are amazing, and I want.
They are.
They are.
No judging, guys. Yes.
So I made a few
Developer
presets.
talk. Yes.
Yeah. Uh, this is one of my favorites called Sunburst. Amazing.
Looks good.
It's
Sunburst.
good, right? It's not bad. Or Pink Shock.
Pink shock. Yes.
Or Blue Steel, right? So
Clown
again,
pants. You remove the clown pants. There was a
yes, I thought that
clown
because,
pants design. Yes.
you were you were giving me too much headache over that. So, oh, sorry, my character just
Debug code. Yeah.
let's just get back here, get back in here. Let me change the view a little like that.
You
Okay,
can see the metallic on it. You see like how
right.
reflective some certain
Yeah,
surfaces. Sorry, I'm spoiling it. Probably you wanted to
no,
get to.
that's fine. So I'll go in a little bit closer here quickly. So yeah, so you can see the metal is it's one of the built-in metal types called blue steel or something I made up. I don't know if that will be in the actual game. It's like I say, these are just my own little quick designs for this demo. You can also see even the trim on the lampshade is metallic now. So it has like a metallic sort of looking reflection going on there, right? Whereas the part between that is still sort of material.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the actual wooden pole part. Now, this is a good way to demo the multi-part editing system, because what we have now, when you're looking at this design, I'm just going to make a custom design of blue steel quickly.
Blue steel. The names we give it like very romantic.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you can see there's three parts we're editing. So if you imagine in the UI, on the side here where you see these tabs, you'll actually be like, okay, I want to edit the trim, or I want to edit the lampshade, or I want to edit the pole. And then within that, you'll see the different options come up, which will be much less noisy because we don't have to put everything into one long list like this. So let's look at, for example, the trim, right? If I go into the trim, it's using a preset of metal type. And I can say, well, actually, I don't want to use the blue one in my lamp. I want to switch to chrome. Oh, that's gold. I want to switch to chrome. And all of the metal across the whole lamp, no matter how we've broken that object up technically, all the parts that's categorized as the trim will receive that. And so it's quite consistent. I mean, even down to there's a tiny little piece of metal on that little thing that hangs there. Even that so it's like the details there, so that's the trim. And let's say, okay, lampshade, like lampshade supports pattern swapping and object swapping, right? And so for the lampshade, we're going to change a bunch of things here. So pattern, we got millions. You can go crazy and choose. You won't have to type it in like I'm doing, which would be ridiculous, but you get the idea.
What if they will? they'll like that. They'll be like, yeah,
Yeah.
surprise me button.
Yeah. If you're not super happy with the scaling on your pattern, you can change that. You can make it smaller, or
Yeah,
that's
everything will be done with like sliders. So you guys
yeah.
will
This is
just
all
like click and slide, and you'll see how things are just gonna adjust like in the real
yeah.
time.
It's like a slider over here, or one of these. Yeah,
Yeah, we
it's just
just
gonna
didn't
be
have time really like to put it all because
yeah. That,
we had the initial system or working with UI and everything. So, but this was like going right through our updates. Like we decided to scale it up, and yeah, it just we didn't apply UI yet. So yeah, it's nothing. It's not hard. It's not impossible or anything. It's just like yeah,
yeah.
we just didn't have time. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna look amazing. Yes, it's gonna look
yeah,
like very good and very
yeah.
flawless. Yeah, you can
So
see it's
yeah,
just like by like you can look how much lamp changed just by clicking on a few buttons is like it's going from one design to completely different look and feel and all that kind of stuff and all of that tools all those tools are going to be in your hands so you'll be able to adjust it and more than that it's like so you're probably going to show some lighting that actually reflect that as well right
yes,
yeah
that's right. Yeah, that's right. I'll show it in a minute. I'm just polishing yet another amazing design that I think we should keep in the final game, because this is beginning to look pretty good.
yeah
There you
it's a next level next gen of customizations in furniture games
go.
so it's
Okay,
like yeah I don't think anyone had it ever before yeah this is like very unique
there you go. So, and then let's say lamp pole, we want to paint it with a preset and just paint it blue, or well, let's just go crazy and paint it metallic blue.
yeah
And there you go.
chrome
Now a metal
that's very
blue
fancy
pole.
one the retro lamp yes
Yeah, yeah, there you go. So that's sort of the multi-part approach. You can literally, I mean, depending on how many lampshades, shapes, and how many patterns, and obviously colors are unlimited and all that kind of stuff. So you can really come up with anything. It's yeah, it's pretty unlimited.
yeah you can
Um,
see how very dry boring design you can do whatever you want it's like you can go like all the way crazy it's like create
I
exotic rooms and or
always felt
like
the
very glamourish and all that kind of stuff yeah
like the default one here, I made super sort of bland looking on purpose, because it's kind of just like this is your starting point, you know. So that anyway, that's how I thought about it. But
yeah, look at the
okay,
emission on the lights yes so like the great part about this is like doesn't matter what texture you choose the light actually works with it and yeah
right,
maybe that's what you're going to talk about next yeah
yeah. So Um, yeah, so the light shines on the lamp. It lights up the lamp properly, and it gives a nice glow, a realistic glow to the fabric, and it doesn't come through where there's solid parts. So it looks pretty convincing. We're still playing around with sort of the light coloring. So if I took the character just for a second, I have so many buttons to press. Put the character here for a second. So if I change this to some of the other
we're
presets,
also
you'll
lucky that everything works so far.
yeah the
It's
glow.
just
Yeah, this
usually when we're demoing stuff to each other, like something's not working. But yeah, so if you
yeah,
guys see any bugs, just yeah, like it's all not final and it's all can be a little buggy at this point. But yeah,
yeah. It gives like the glow around the lamp gives off the shading of the lampshade, so there's a pinkish glow and a yellowish glow and so on. It's just subtle touches that give it sort of that, make it feel connected with the world. You know, I'm still working on that. We don't exactly know how that's going to work yet. So whatever you see is just that idea level. Okay, so let me just get out of here. Of course, that's just the regular interaction system, how the game would play. You'd actually that sort of works already. So if we
some debug tools.
come on,
Well,
daytime,
can't click on that little button.
nah, okay, got it. Right. So yeah, so just like yeah. Also, lighting wise, you know, with exposure of the sun, you know, the lamps are super subtle in daylight, as they should be. They don't sort of look like they're brighter than the sun. But if you then head on over into nighttime, they literally, you know, really begin to shine. So it's just like there's no trickery there. It's the same brightness, but it's the way we change the exposure to make it
Yeah,
look
we can
correct.
probably talk about the lighting in the game on our future updates,
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to go
because
into
it's
that.
pretty complex as well, and seasons and lighting. So you guys gonna have all the seasons, spring, summer, winter, and fall. So and lighting will adjust. So basically, in the game, we'll have a very complex weather system. So every day, maybe you can just quickly show some basics, Marius, like fog and wind and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like yeah, every day will be kind of different in the game. So sometimes it's going to be foggy, sometimes it's going to be rainy. It's all going to interpolate in between each other. So yeah, so and of
Yeah,
course rain will affect your crops. So watering them, you will not need to water them for maybe a few days because the soil will be moist and stuff like that. But yeah, we can talk about weather conditions in our future updates. But yeah, it's going to be pretty cool too.
I'll
You're
show a
gonna
little
have
bit.
like moon phases. I'm sorry. Yeah, moon
Yeah,
phases is important. I'm excited about it. So it's not implemented fully yet, but like you're gonna have like moon phases, different sunsets, different sunrise and sunset based on the season, based on the calendar and conditions. So it's gonna be pretty fancy. Yeah,
okay,
very romantic for NPC dating and things like that. NPC will actually understand that as well. Yes.
okay. Okay, I'm going to show a little bit more of the,
More
a little bit more,
sofas and yeah.
just yeah, a little bit more customization, and then maybe just 1 minute on the weather stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, so again, this is like, this ties into the consistency thing. Like we have two completely different sofa objects here, completely different pieces of art created. Like that's one sofa, and this is another one. Of course, they all come in different sizes, which I don't have in this demo, but you can do them all single seat, double, or three seater.
In real time, yes, you can adjust like sizes of everything can be adjusted in real time. We're still not sure how we're going to manipulate like furniture around it, so maybe we will not like make it not possible to expand your seat so far. But yeah, we'll see. But everything should be done, yeah, in the real time. You will not have to go to NPC or to the store to buy a new sofa or anything. So if you have it, so your sofa is kind of like a canvas, so you buy a canvas, you put it in your home, you customize it how you want.
Yeah. So even though these are completely different objects, we can give them presets that are the same. So for example, this guy over here, I can make it to the pink style. And now I have two completely different objects that are actually using exactly the same style. So you can make your house consistent or not, like whatever you want to do. So I can change this guy to the default one you just saw on the left, and so on. So very flexible. And of course, without going into the detail of it now, you can customize every single aspect of this. One of my favorite sofas is, again, with the blue steel, um, which looks like that. So, again, Alex, is this approved or
I
maybe
always approve your designs. We should have a separate category, exotics, and you
not?
you can design exotics for the games. Yeah.
Yeah. So it actually uses metallic blue paint with metallic trim again on the pattern here and there, and then it just looks completely ridiculous. And
Well,
yeah,
depends how you use it. It might be ridiculous or it might be actually very nice. It like, depends on your
yeah,
design.
yeah. So it's an option. So really, so much is possible with it. This is just a handful of objects. Now, the same exact system applies to floors and walls. The UI will be different there, right? I don't imagine that we'll see the same thing here when you're
No,
doing the
no,
walls.
the floor and wall design. So I think like we can, if you're done with your part, like we can slowly move to the floor and wall parts where the Natalie is gonna start shining, because yeah, it's like the same system. It's like we spend a lot of time on fundamental designs for this. So yeah, so that you guys, as you can imagine, there's a lot of logistics behind of it, so we have to link a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of wires behind the scenes. So and we think it's worth it, like just to kind of create something very useful, because not only it's important not only to create tools, it's important to create like good user experience, right? Like something that you can do easily, because otherwise it's like it doesn't matter. It's like we can have like hundreds and thousands of customization options, how you can customize things. At the end of the day, if it's hard to access, if it's hard to work with, then you guys probably will not use it or not use it correctly and things like that. So that's why we're spending a lot of time on like user experience, like linking things together. Is like thinking ahead. Is like, if I'm building my home, how would I do this? Like, will that be boring? Will that be like too tiresome? It's like, will that be like, it's like how many rooms will I need to customize like that? And that's why we're thinking is like, yeah, you will be able to customize, like go in crazy details, create some designs for yourself so that you can easily apply to the next rooms and even next houses, and then invite your friends to visit your home and see that. So I think the greatest part about it is that it all can be in co-op mode, like that you can invite, and maybe we will probably allow some stranger invites, right? Like, so like something like Animal Crossings, like some people can arrive on your island on a train or something. You can build a zoo, you can build some, I don't know, like museum or something, like whatever you want pretty much. So our goal is not to, like, we're gonna have a game, right? Like with NPCs, with stories, with all that kind of stuff. But more than that, we want to create tools so that you guys can create your own game, right? Like, so you can create whatever you want. So if you want to create a zoo, you can create a zoo. It's like it's no longer a farm, it's a zoo park. It's like, so you can invite your friends. They're gonna go. They're gonna see animals. They're gonna see all your designs, because all of this applies to the farming as well. So you're gonna have like fences. You're gonna have different props on your farms, poles, light poles, everything. So everything, your farm will be, in most cases, is very very unique. Like, it's like, because like it's going to be hard to just like, because there's so many tools, it's going to be hard to make it look the same as everybody else. It's like, if you put any kind of effort to it. And as you can see, is like everything, like we're I'm a big advocate on user experience, right? Like sometimes we fight with Marius with just like one button, right? Like he wants rotate things, I want to like scroll rotate things, and that can be like pretty heated debate where we debate each other is like how it should work. It's like, because yeah, some games are doing it good, some games are doing it bad. Does it work for our game? Does it work? Does not work for our game, and things like that. So it's a main goal is to make everything like super soft, super smooth, so that you can easily use it. But yeah, so maybe Marius, you want to show more, or can we
A
switch
little
to?
bit of just
Okay.
like a minute of weather. Quickly, this system is not complete. So we don't have the actual real-time mixing of weather over time where, oh, it's beginning to get rainy and all that. But we have all the sort of tools in there to do the mixing already. So the first obvious thing is like day-night cycles. So, we can do completely different lighting and stuff at different times of day to make it look, nice.
Some of it
And
is not final either, so we will have
oh
some like,
yeah,
even though it looks good
I
already. I think it's
slightly
like,
fixed the broken sunset, so it's not super.
that's I know where you're going with that.
I,
That's
yeah,
like, don't mind our super purple sunset.
yeah. I made it a bit less overpowering, so I don't know. It's still a little bit pink, but anyway. Um, yeah. So that's the first obvious one, and then we can blend everything else into the mix. So we could say, well, today is like a super cloudy day and very windy, so it's like a stormy day. So it just looks stormy. The wind's kicking off, and there's no rain in the game at the moment, but you can see, it works. You could say, well, it's not cloudy today, and it's not windy, but it's like, damn, these little sliders. Um, it's foggy. Like, okay,
I was
it's like,
talking about, we're all about UX, and now our debug sliders are like super tiny little ones. Like,
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah. So this is just the basic beginnings of how we'll do the
Silent Hill.
blending.
Yeah.
So if you can imagine, we have rain, wind, fog, clouds, time of day, and a bunch of other things. And then you can mix it any way that you want based on a weather system that changes slowly over time. So, you can see there's a storm coming and it
Foggy
starts.
night with lights on looks super cool because we're using real-time lighting and volumetric fog. So
Well, I
things
can
are
show the ghost forest if you want, but
ghost
like you said, you
forest.
don't want to do like everything today.
You just named it, it's like, and they will expect the ghost from it.
Oh no, that's made up. Nothing I say means anything. Just
Yeah, yeah. So again, it's like whatever whatever we name things or talk about things. Yeah, and we're trying to figure out why Maurice's stream is so pixelated. So hopefully for the next stream we're gonna figure out we got like nitro and all that kind of stuff, but it still gives us pixels when you run too fast. But yeah, you can see it. Maybe turn on the light too or something.
I just got to get the moon. Where's the moon? Moon. Where is it?
It's usually somewhere there.
Ah, let's see. This is
I
what
think
we
you
got.
like have a fog or something. No, I'm not sure.
Uh, I don't know what's going on. This is a
There's,
total fail.
I think like
Shouldn't have,
somebody you got some errors too. Maybe that's why.
shouldn't have come into the forest today. Let me try this moon again.
Here we go. Right there.
There it is. I can see it almost. It's
Yeah, it's
somewhere.
not as strong as it was before for some
No,
reason.
I probably messed it up a bit. But yeah, we're gonna have super cool guard rays and volumetrics in the forests and all that stuff. And it'll be dynamically calculated. So if you're going to dense woods and stuff like that, it will sort of change, give you that vibe, that
The darkness, yeah, because we don't want you. Because what makes also Farm Folks different from other farming games is that uh, we're not a big fans of like the systems that force you to go sleep every night, right? Like, so we want you to, like, we still want you to go sleep, but it's not going to be like mandatory. You have to go sleep every night. It's like for world to refresh. Our world is persistent, so like you go to sleep just like to refill your stats and stuff like that, so just to get stronger like in real life, but like you can skip and not sleep for several days in a row, and that's important for us. It's important to make like nights. If you can switch back to night, you guys can see that it's not super too dark. It's like it's almost like full moon night, so it's good. You can play during the night easily.
or we could go crazy with that and use flashlight, so make
Yeah,
it
there will be
dark.
flashlights, which is like not super tweaked yet, but yeah, yeah. And important thing is that Farm Folks takes time in the near future, so we'll have some fancy gadgets and technologies that will help you too, and we can talk about the um, watering and so, like automatic watering and things like that. Yeah, as you can see, it's like we're paying a lot of attention. It's like we love like I love how we cut trees, right? Like, so it's so satisfying because you're gonna have to cut some trees. There's also will be option. I'm thinking about like adding like maybe like 3D printer that can print lumber for you. You attach it to the tree. So again, we're trying to stay very green in this game. So there's no, even though we're talking about that, it's like in some way it can be like a factory or satisfactory, but we're trying to stay away from the factory dark gloomy look. It's like, so there's not gonna be any fumes, any smokes from the machine. So all the machines are electric. We have a wind powered, we have solar powered energy. So all that you see is like you see the lamp, so there will have to be electricity to power up that lamp. So the customization is not just like meaningless. You make like empty rooms and stuff like that. So we're planning the system that will understand what type of room it is. So when you build a room, you can have kitchen, you have with fridges, you can have a bathroom with a washing machines. One of the cool features that we didn't reveal yet, but like so your clothes will have practicality factor. So practicality and impression, right? Like, so, and those are like a scale. So if impression is high, the practicality is usually low. So think of like a wedding dress, right? Like, so if your character puts the wedding dress and they go put like farming and plant potatoes, so you can imagine the wedding dress will get very dirty. But because the impression is very high, NPCs is actually will notice that dress. They will, like, when you pass them, they'll be like, oh wow, it's like nice dress and things like that. And that's why some of the cloth you'll have to wash. It's like, because we're gonna have like washing machines, so you're gonna have plenty not to worry about. It's like, oh, I have to. It's like, yeah, you can. Here you go. There's another dark cat. Player number 2 engaged in the game. And yeah, so you'll have to, some clothes will have impression factor, so that can impress NPCs or your players. And some of it will be practical or non-practical. So you put the jeans for practicality, to put like work on the farming, so you stay cleaner for a long time. Or if you put some crazy dress and go farming, it can get dirty really quick and you have to wash it. And yeah, so that's why I bring, like, there will be electricity and water that you have to run to your farm and connect it to the rooms, and to utilize it, and batteries, electricities, and all that kind of stuff. So it will be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can do the laundry for your co-op friends too. I think that's the best part, like dirty panties gonna lay all over the farm. So yeah, is that it, Maris? Can you're
Yeah, I'm just about.
enough attention for you for today?
That's fine. Yeah, I'm good now. I've had
All
enough of
right,
the. I've had enough of the spotlight. All
all
good.
right. Natalie, you want to talk about your stuff maybe a little bit, like wall
Sure.
and yeah, Natalie, she's our 3D artist that, like, all the blocks that you see residential. She's working on the construction systems and stuff like that. So maybe, yeah. Do you want to stream, or do you want? Oh,
Oh
you're
yeah,
ready.
I'm going live.
Yeah. All
So
right.
yeah, hi everyone, I'm Natalie. Like
See blue screen.
Is she
I'm
Oh, you
sorry
there?
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Can
Natalie.
everyone hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm Natalie. I'm the one who worked on the construction blocks, like Alex said. I'm the artist, and
Oh, it's
all right. So
don't get stressed. It's fine.
yeah, it's fine.
We're
Everyone's very nice here.
yeah.
But yeah, today I'm going to show off how construction sort of fits together, some customization, although Maria's covered a lot of that already. But I
Sorry,
think
left you nothing. you get the scraps.
you pretty much did
Natalie
the whole
was like,
screen.
blip, like left the chat. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
um,
you know Maris. That's
yeah, but I would like to go over some of the more. He went over a lot of the furniture. I'd like to go over some of the buildings
More.
that you can make. So in Farm Folks, we kind of have a system where you sort of build piece by piece, but I saw some mentions in the chat, and I remember talking to you about this. Well, you talked about this before about blueprints, Alex.
Yes. Yeah, we're still thinking about blueprints on how to allow how to make them work, mainly because the main challenge with the blueprints is not that we can't make it. It's doable already. I think, like, you can press the button and load any kind of house. The biggest challenge right now is that Farm Fox is an open world, and it's not plain, right? Like, so there's like different hills, different kind of like elevations and all that kind of stuff. And if someone makes a house or a room that they want to share, the challenge comes with uneven surfaces. So we will have to like study that a little bit. It's like, I want to say that we were saying is like, yeah, we want to allow blueprints so that you guys can build it. But there's some logistical issues that we have to solve and see how that can be applied with little or no bugs at all. So yeah.
So yeah, I think that'd be a really good system to look at, especially for things like chicken coops and like I know there's a lot of people here who might get stressed out with all the options, especially if you're like, into a 6-hour session and you just want to like put down a barn.
Yes.
Um, so it's definitely something we're looking into. But yeah, I've been working on a bunch of new blocks, including stone blocks. We have some here. Let me go and walk through. I've also worked on some interior pieces. Can you slow down?
Yeah. Allow it to catch up a little bit. I'm not sure. It might be actually my internet because I'm streaming and it's like It's a little pixelated when you guys
It is,
move.
yeah, it goes pixelated.
Oh, you get it too? Then it's not me.
Yeah.
It's all Natalie. Natalie, why are you doing that to us?
We'll figure out the technical issues as we go along.
Yeah, but here, yeah, we can see like different materials, right, that you worked on. So from starting from wood to
Yeah, we
bricks
have
and stuff.
some new slate roofs, some wrought iron, and everything you see here is customizable. Like I could take pretty much anything in here and change the color of it. Like Marius was showing. But
Yeah,
it also applies to the
it's the same
walls.
system. So all that
Yeah,
wallpaper
yeah.
with the
But I
patterns
think
there.
it's fine because it's like different kind. It's the same, but like I think like that should be our slogan for Farm Folks. Everything you see here is customizable. So yeah.
So yeah, if you wanted to make like a horrible leopard print sort of kitchen, you can do that.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
I think you can actually change the scaling of this as well. Is that still in the?
Yes, you can.
Are
Yeah.
you editing shader directly? The
Yeah.
material? Yeah, that's all in there somewhere if you can find it, because I'm not used to.
I don't hate leopard print. Anybody got a good color? I saw a
think
lot of people talking about purple. Is
that's
purple the color of the day?
It's a purple stream today. It's like,
I
yeah,
think
sure.
what you have there is that's it. Save it. That's it. There you go. So preset done. The
Yes.
most popular preset that the NPC has done.
You like this one?
Yeah, it looks like fried eggs on a purple wall. There you go.
Fried egg wallpaper. So
There
yeah,
you go.
you can change your wallpapers to what you want, and so there will be also like options with paneling and stuff. Yeah, I'm like not sure it's like if you're gonna show that, but
Oh yes,
yeah,
the molding, all these parts.
yeah, I got like crown
So if
molding,
you want
baseboards, the
white,
window frames. We're kind of researching right now because like right now all our windows are attached to the block, and Marius promised us that we will be able to place windows wherever we want, even on the floor.
You'll find that was, I believe it was Dima that promised that, if you do remember.
All right,
we're
Deemer,
looking.
the pressure is high. Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking into adding more customizable windows because I know big windows would be really nice on a place, especially if you want some of that natural light in. Right now, I just have a hole in the wall.
There you go.
It's ventilation.
From all the paint. Oh, and I don't think we went over how paint is gonna work or how we plan for it to work.
I don't
I
think
do
we
have.
know exactly. Or do you? Do you know
Well, she
something
can.
I don't?
She knows. Yeah, your character actually can get sick out of fumes of paint, and no, I'm just kidding. So much details. Just like you
So
have to open windows to get the fresh air.
we have some different like we have the mixing station, so you'll be able to take things like berries, plants, flowers, all that stuff, and sort of mix your own paints to use in your house. So there will be like sort of a gameplay element to being able to customize as well. Um, and one of my favorites to work on was the gun.
Yeah, so it's a paint gun, so you can paint walls and stuff quicker.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I'm not in charge of this, but in co-op, I would like to be able to Splatoon my friends.
Oh no, paint somebody. Paint Marius characters all purple with just eyes.
Yeah, or the NPCs. I just really want to play a game where I can be a menace to society. So
Yeah, like we're gonna have the watering gun splashes on the co-op. Yes, the character will react to it, but paint, it's kind of extreme. What do you have to go like wash yourself with like I don't know, like gasoline to get it
gonna have to
off
go
of you?
run in the ocean for a few hours. Yeah.
Yeah. In co-op, you have to ask someone to brush your back.
Yeah, I don't imagine a lot of the NPCs would like that, but I want it.
Yeah, we're planning to like the paint system is like so you can get unique colors. So the farming customization will be a little bit more locked, I would say. So because we don't want you to create like some crazy farms like that, like with purple walls and stuff like that. So you'll have to find berries, and berries will have a dominant color, right? Like so if you mix for example, red berry with green berry, so you can get the brown color out of it, and then you can create the jar of colors, that you can carry with yourself, with you, and then apply them to the walls and stuff like that. And yeah, what Natalie has been was working is, yeah, different kind of roofs. You can choose like different tiles. You can choose different wall styles. Is it planks? Is it bricks? Fences can be adjusted also. We want to allow you to use fences on the ground and on foundations. Um, I think like we still need, and also on the stairs, right? I think we were talking about it. Natalie is like, so allowing like stairs to use the same fencing. Marius is like, no. It's like
Yeah, I do have a fence version of this sort of railing right now, so we're gonna see what we can do with that. I tried to add lots of different channels so people can customize,
nice.
however they want. Not too many that it gets overwhelming, but just enough that if you really wanted like pink railing, if you really
There you
want to
go.
make your Barbie dream house, I wanted to. I that's my Barbie dream house test. If it looks good in pink, I'd say it's good to go.
I agree with that. I have to say.
The Barbie team. Yeah. So and with the construction, you guys, I think like that's another topic that we will cover in the future. But with construction, you can build anywhere in the world, and you can build almost anything you want. So the construction system will be smart to understand. We're still digesting that, but like construction will be able to understand if you're building a barn or if you're building a house, and you can build anywhere in the world. So either it's on the mountains or it's on like close to the beach or next to the river, next to the waterfall, whatever you basically there will be some limitations, but they're more like physical limitations. It's like, so you can build anything like to the scale you want, but you will have to apply certain rules that we're developing. So like some foundation designs, some pillars. You'll have to put some pillars so that the top floor doesn't collapse and stuff like that. So a lot of it will be tested with you. So when you guys join our closed alphas, closed tests, and things like that, so you probably will find some missing blocks or something doesn't work well. So we, again, as criteria, we've always been working with our community very, very closely. It's like all our games are, I call it like open development. So, and this is what it is. Like we're not only showing you fancy schmancy trailers, it's like from like you see AAA games, it's like a lot of like presets and stuff like that. So we go like fully transparent. We show what we're doing. We show how we're doing it. And we're also very open for your feedback. So if you're missing something, if something is not working right, you just let us know, and we adjust things. But yeah, so that's the house that you can build. Little house you can build. You can build like huge mansions, like multi floors with stairs, ladders, attics.
Do you guys like my sense of style?
Oh my god, you guys are.
I think so.
Next time we have to have a meeting
Yes.
about it. Before we
I
do
just-
streams, like we have a palette colors that we allow or not allowed to show.
I think this is what the people want to see.
That's it. He's done it now. Oh, God.
People want to know that they can make horrible things if they want to.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that horrible.
I still rate it 5 out of 10 if that helps. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Still good.
Okay. Well, is that it, or you want to paint more things purple, guys? It's like there's more things left to paint purple, or are we good?
I think we're good on my end. Is Dima? Demo's having
Well,
internet
Demo
issues.
having some internet connections, but he's working on some character body morphing, morphing or morphing,
Morphing.
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 he's working on some body morphing. I don't know, Natalie. Oh, you have purple hair, girl.
I know, I was ready.
Here you go. The short. That haircut looks nice.
Yeah, this is the hair we did for the masculine character. So we'll be able to just
Yeah.
wanted to show that we can switch hairstyles too. I wanted we're not going to get too much into character customization right now, but we do have some big things planned.
Did you
Like the
just
body
build that
morphing.
whole house to match the character hair?
Yeah.
That's what they do. Marius is like,
Right.
so Marius
Yeah.
playing too much of his Call of Duty games and it's like don't know that you build a house to match your haircut, the hairstyle.
Okay, gee, I'm
When
sorry.
you have infinite resources, Marius, you can do that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like regarding characters, yeah, you'll be able to adjust certain things, hairstyles, like use. Basically, there's no. Our goal is not to have any kind of gender limits. Is like you can use like feminine or masculine bodies, like interpolate between like hairstyles and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and Natalie is also responsible on that side. So if something is wrong, it's Natalie. If something is wrong on technical side, it's Marius. If something is wrong with our characters, how they look, how they behave, like visually, that's also Natalie. Well, Dima as well.
If you can't figure out what's wrong, it's Dima.
What you guys should know as well is like we have like close to 20 people working on this game, which is not joining us today. So you will see new faces down the road. So it's not even we're talking about like it's just me and Marius and Natalie making this game, and Dima is just always there for the crowd. But yeah, we have great concept artists, Bruna and Camilla. Oh, I start naming names. Somebody will be like, "Why did you not?"
You didn't mention me. But yeah, we have a bunch of talented artists, so it's not just I'm not the only one here. I'd go crazy otherwise.
Yeah, one of the greatest for sure. So yeah, guys, I think like maybe we can wrap it up on this note and like in the future show more because I don't want it to be like super draggy. I think like ideally we stick to like half an hour, 45 minute live streams. So we'd rather have. Oh man, that looks horrible when you run. It's like it's all pixelated. it's all blocks.
And the blue blur.
Yeah. Oh, like that's now you're matching your hairstyle with the flowers.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do more live streams if this is something that you guys enjoy. Like all the streamers say is like leave a like, sign up or subscribe, hit that ring bell button, whatever. It's like we're super bad at it, so we'll never make it. So you'll not see the fancy countdowns. So because like we literally set it up like last minute, but yeah. So this is one of the T-Pose NPCs greeting Natalie. But that haircut looks pretty cool. It's like I like it. It's like
I know, very stylish.
yeah, it's like pretty cool. Yeah, like some fishes you can see. It's like we have a lot of systems that we will be able to talk about and show. Like right now we're working on fishing, fish behaviors, fish AI. Like Call of Duty is like we have an advanced fish AI. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, make sure to join our Discord. I'll put it here in the chat real quick. So it's discord.gg/farmfox. And thanks for all the like. There's some kind of donations. Maybe we take like a few minutes and take your questions, guys, because somebody's dropping some beats. Thank you very much for that. So, again, subscribe to our channel on Twitch, and maybe 10 minutes. Let's have your questions. Is like if you have any questions, drop them in the chat right now because I will start paying attention. So will glass be customizable in glass be customizable in Windows by Xan 6.
Remember our chat.
Yeah.
Remember our chat, Alex.
Yeah. So if glass will be customizable in Windows, maybe we didn't plan that yet, but maybe we can make it customizable. I think that will be pretty cool. Yeah, it was like making mosaic or something. Marius, is that possible? I think it's possible now.
It,
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, where Marius was like, "Can you please not to promise everything that you see?" It's like, okay. Will Holmes have the ability to make multiple stories? The Cotton and Cream. Sorry, guys, if I'm butchering your names, but Holmes can have as many floors as you want. If your engineering allows you that. It's like engineering in the way it's like limitations. It's like if you have proper pillars, if you have all of that pitch black caves. Um, can we have pets by ADNZH? Yes, you can have pets. Matter of fact, there will be a bunch of animals, a lot of animals in the game. You can have any of them as your pet. So, crocodile pet, sure. A rideable crocodile, yes. Marius is like, what? Hearing about that for the first time. But yeah, it's like, so any animal can be a pet. Not any animal. I think like birds and it's like some small animals. Turtle pet. Imagine having turtle as your pet. It's like following you everywhere and just sits there. Sloth as your pet. How big is the island? So the island. The question is by Mermaid. We're gonna have mermaids. Yes, mermaid. Asking is like how big is the island? So island is what you see right now is like our prototype island. So this is like a demo. So this is probably what you're gonna play with in pre-alpha, closed alpha, whatever. So it's also going to be expanded. So Natalie and me worked on this island. So, but like trees and stuff like that is developed by other 3D artists. But island is how big is the island? How can they explain? So this island is as big, I think, as if you guys played my time at Porsche. So this is the scale of the island of the first one. But we're gonna have multiple islands. Our biggest island can fit. I think, like counting. I think
I can
around like.
show I can show it if you want from a really.
No, there's nothing to show. Well, Natalie can see it on the horizon, but like
oh yeah, let me.
bigger island will fit like 20. Oh, I'm sorry, 20, 12 islands of like my time at Porsche kind of islands. So that's the scale. So there will be monorail going from one island to another. So that's how you can fast travel, getting in the monorail. So you can start seeing some greenish blocks on the horizon from pixelated videos. But yeah, there will be a bunch of islands. So what we plan is we want expand the game as we develop. If everything is fine, if you guys support it, you like it, so we got the bigger community, so we plan on introducing new islands. So there will be like new island and they will have like different in kind of genre, like there will be a sand island, there will be Rocky Mountains or Dragon Island. We will talk about it later with Marius, but yeah.
Yeah, there's not gonna be. I don't think we plan to have too much civilization on the first island, kind of to get you familiar with the mechanics of like building and crafting. But the big city is gonna be over on the larger island. I think that's what we said.
Yeah, I think what will be fun is as we develop and as you guys start playing in some kind of like closed alpha, you actually will see our island developing on the horizon. So we will not let you go there, but you will see how things are appearing on that island. So I think that will be fun. So John the Noob asking if glass floor possibility for elevated grounds and stuff over the over the sea. I'm sorry. Over the sea level. I think glass floor is easy to make, right? It's like it just. I always stress Marius about the performance of like if we have too many glassy things, and he says like, it doesn't matter. We can have
Fine.
so yeah, we can have as many glass walls, glass. Sure, can be introduced probably by Natalie in what making glass floor like what 20 minutes.
We do have like yeah, we do have like frames for like the wood frames that we could put the glass in. Right now I think we're using chicken wire, but we could switch it out with glass as well.
Well, I think like you kind of don't want to have any frame around like wooden floor, right? Like just like plain glass.
Well, I'm talking about oh, plain glass, that's yeah, that's no time at all.
It's like the
But in
tower
terms
in
of
Chicago,
performance,
it's like, yeah.
talk to Marius about it.
So somebody's asking, can I have co-op world and solo mode? So yeah, you'll have some permissions when you start your game. So one of the important things that we've been discussing and debating as well is your character. So we'll have a menu with your characters. So your character actually can travel through worlds, right? Like, so if you play, if Natalie likes this blue hairs character, like shorts, bags, and all that kind of stuff, so that a character actually lives outside of the world in the menu. So when your friends are joining your game, they're not joining like super fresh, super new as a character. So they joining you with all their customization that they put in the main menu. So you can have multiple characters. You can join. So it's kind of like Fortnite-ish, It's like, so we'll have like different character introductions, like all the customizations and things like that. Sorry if I use that word. It's like people have been calling it Fortnite already with farming too many times. They're just like, well, okay, it's fine. Um,
Uh,
so
yeah, I would say like some things you unlock at the player level. Your cosmetics, what backpacks you have, is at the player level. The character is just a customization essentially. It's just something that looks different from another character, but that character you can use all the backpacks that you've already unlocked. Something like that, if I remember correctly, and then you can join a friend's game with whatever character you want, because the game world you're joining has its own progression as well. It doesn't mean that everything will, you know, be over there unlocked and ready to go. It's
yeah. Yeah, there
like
will
a
be
character.
stats also attached to character that travels with you. So your character will have overall farmer's level. So for example, so everything that you do in the game will have ability to scale up, right? Like, so skill level. So you'll have a skill level of, even you'll have a potato experience. The more potatoes you plant, the higher your experience of planting potatoes, and you can unlock some unique potatoes. You can plant like some level of potato experience will unlock your potatoes for hybridization. So what that means is, like, you will be able to mix potato with a carrot, right? Like, and get catato. So but you will
A
have
carrot.
to carrot, yeah. So but
Carteros?
so infinite possibilities for
Parrot?
names. And
Carrot.
but you can
Yeah.
unlock hybriding or hybrid. What's the super word? Hybrid plants at certain levels. So your potato experience will have to be at like 40. So you have to plant enough potatoes, or there will be a very cool system of books. So leveling up will be possible through reading books. Now it crashed the game. No, just
I think I did.
compiling.
Mm,
No, it's just you opening it for the first time. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of things are planned. So again, today's stream is only about customization. So then we will gonna talk about farming. We're gonna talk about characters, experience, customization of the character, co-op interactions, vehicles, animals. So it's a big world that we're making. That's why I'm super excited. I think like we're really making something very unique. We wanna expand. Like, we're also a game publisher. So Critiva, we're developing games and we also publish games. And when we start our project, we look at the games and look at what the market is missing, right? Like, so it seems like there's some great games like Wilhelm. There's a great game like Satisfactory. There's a great game Sims. There's a great game Animal Crossing. And we're like, what if we bring all of that together and expand our audience, right? Like, so because some of the games are like a little bit more like, I don't know, like boyish, it's like gloomy, dark, like Wilhelm. You have to, like, it's very grayish, it's like, and what we're thinking is like, how about we create something like very beautiful, very vibrant, very kind, and beautiful, so that everyone can enjoy. It's like that the people that, like, you'd like to have a factory here. It's like you can build a factory. It's just like it's going to look very nice and friendly, instead of like very like crazy machines. It's like you have them in other games. So that's our goal, and that's why we're spending so much time on foundation of this game, so that we're planning to introduce some interesting stuff, like basic like terraforming, where you can like make a little road towards your farm and things like that. Our limitation is like we're not that big, so we're not like, even though we're a publisher and developers, but like we're not like on like I don't know, it's like some big, like we're definitely not Ubisoft or EA games that can like pour a bunch of millions and make crazy games and stuff like that. But what we have that they don't have maybe is like the passion, right? Like, so we want it to be like super cool. We want it to be like super nice and something that you guys will love and remember forever. So yeah, I think Natalie, if you don't have anything to add, or Marius is like, maybe we can wrap on this
Yeah.
nice, crazy, positive note. Oh, Dima is back. Dima, next time. Sorry, I think it's already like too
Okay.
much. Yeah, prepare some stuff for next time, and we can talk about like some character um, morphing and all that kind of stuff, customizations. But anyways, everyone, thank you very much for joining us. We're planning to launch a Kickstarter, so everything that you hear, if you like it and if you want it to be even better or stronger, so maybe consider supporting us on the Kickstarter. You don't have to like back us or anything. It's like we're asking, is like if you want it, it's like sure, but you can help us with just like sharing information with your friends and family. But I think like we're making something really special, and you guys hopefully gonna love it. I think we're making it with our souls poured in 100% for sure. Um, this is our flagship for Krytiva. So we've been working on Universum forever. It's like been working on it like, and that's going to be released fully in the months or so, or maybe a few. But yeah, we know how to make games at this point, and we know how to make it really good. So hopefully you guys will support us and we can continue making something really special for you. And yeah, thanks Marius, and thanks Dima, Natalie for showing all that stuff. If you guys like it, again, hit that subscribe button, bell, whatever. It's like
Smash that subscribe.
we're gonna do better, so we can study how to.
we're gonna study some
a little bit
streaming
more
techniques.
prologue. What's up, guys? It's like yeah.
And I'll try to find my webcam so I won't be so mysterious next time.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you for everyone for coming. And
Dima,
thanks for being so nice in the chat.
We know Dima was not shouting up entire stream, so Dima, next time give us the time, please, to chat. But yeah, thank you guys. Well, yeah, hopefully again we're gonna cook something really cool and special soon enough. Like after Kickstarter, I think like within a month or two at the most, you guys will be able to play it if you're at the right tier on the Kickstarter. Some of you will be able to play it. So we plan to have, even if you don't buy it, is like you will be, because somebody was asking, is like, will there be like, is it free to play or is it paid? So it's going to be paid game. So it's a premium game because this way it's more fair to some people. You know, it's like you get everything. But we will have abilities for people to try it out for sure. So you sign up for our email. So we plan to have like some closed tests. We're going to invite you to try it out for free. So you don't have to buy anything because we're think you're gonna love it anyways. But anyways, yeah. So thank you very much. You guys have a great week ahead of you. Thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure chatting with you. Sorry, next time we're gonna read chats a little bit more often and frequent. So I know there was some questions that we didn't answer, but yeah, it was fun. So nothing crashed. A lot of purple, a lot of purple sofas and stuff. But yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks.
And yeah, talk to you guys later. I'm gonna put the